Hi everyone, welcome to Kay's Favorite Things. It's been a while since we put out a video and we have been very busy. We've had tons of blueberries, tons of muscadines, and we're getting close to the end of the muscadine, so I thought I would show you how to make muscadine jelly. I've already put up a blueberry jam recipe a while back, but I got this Fresh Tech canner. It's a water bath canner by Ball, and I absolutely love this. If you do much canning, water bath canning that is, you might want to get one of these. They're great for soups. You can use it to steam vegetables. You can do a lot of different things with this. It is really, really handy to have. But anyway, I'm going to start filling this up, and I'm going to get it going so we can start our canning process. And as you can see, it's very easy to fill. I've got my muscadines there. I'm about to steam those over here in my steamer, my juicer steamer. So we'll be back shortly and I'll show you what all we're going to do with these muscadines. Okay folks, I've got my juicer steamer ready, and you have to put water in the bottom. Put this on the top, and this is where the juice comes out. And now you put your fruit on the top here. You put your lid on and you turn it up and let it start cooking, and then the juice comes out of here, and I put a chair down here to catch it, just like that. And I have done a video on this juicer steamer, and I really do like it. It saves me a lot of time whenever I'm making jelly. So we'll be back after we get that going. I think I'm going to try to make some jam with my first batch. I'm going to try to make some jam. That means I'm going to have to get the holes out and grind them up after they're cooked. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll be back shortly, and we'll see if I can do that or not. So we'll be back in a minute. Hey everybody, I just want to get on here and tell you to make sure that you wash your jars really good before you start. Make sure they're really good and clean. And what I do to sterilize my jars, I wash them good, rinse them good, then I put them in a pan like this with a towel in it, turned like this, and I put them in the oven at 250, and I leave them in there for quite a while. You can also put them in your Ball Fresh Tech canner, and then they will sterilize that way if you want to. I just like to do it this way. It's just easier for me. So you do it any way you want to. Just make sure your jars and your lids, everything is really clean before you start. Okay everybody, I am going to drain the muscadine juice into this bowl. I really wish y'all could smell this. Muscadines just they have a wonderful scent, and such a different flavor than grapes. They are in the grape family, but they are so different. I'm going to let this keep going, and we'll be back in a minute. Still going. Okay everyone, I thought this was going to be really easy, but it has taken me some time just to get the seeds out of that many. But I'm going to grind that up in my NutriBullet over there, and we're going to keep going so I can get enough to make at least one batch of jam. So we'll be back shortly. Okay folks, I thought I had the camera on, but I didn't. What I put in here is I put 2.5 cups of the juice and 2 cups of that pulp. And I added 7 cups of sugar, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and 1 teaspoon of butter. So I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to boil it for 1 minute. And I'll come back after that starts, but after it boils for 1 minute, then I'm going to add my Certo. I've got 2 packages of Certo. The recipe calls for 1 package, but every time I use 1 package, it doesn't set up right, so I have to use 2. My little Walmart was out of Sure Gel, so I got the Certo, and I use both of them, so it's fine. I'll just use the Certo today. But anyway, we'll be back in a little bit. It looks really pretty right now. Look at that. Look at that pulp. I might have should have ground it up a little bit more, but I like it kind of chunky like that. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, everyone, I'm supposed to boil this for 1 minute. Once it gets to a full rolling boil like this, that you can't stir down. So we're doing that right now, and I'm going by my Serto instructions right here. So I'm going to boil this for a minute, then I'm going to add my Serto and we'll be back. Okay, that has been boiling for 1 minute. And now I'm going to add my Serto, and I'm going to add 2 packages of Serto. There's one. I'm going to stir it up. And that will kind of make it stop boiling for a minute. And now I'm going to add my other package. Okay, and I'm going to stir that up. Now, what I've got to do is bring this back to a full rolling boil, and then we'll time it for another minute. Stir it for a minute, and it should be ready after that. So, I'm sorry that's steaming so much, but I'm going to let that come to a boil, and see, it's already boiling pretty good. It doesn't take it very long, but that's not enough. You need to let it boil quite a bit. And we'll come back once it's doing that. Okay, see how that's boiling? So now I want to time this for 1 minute. And after that 1 minute is up, I'm going to skim off any foam. And it does have a little bit of foam, so I'm going to skim that off. So I'm going to go ahead and start my timer here for a minute. And after that, I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. And I'm going to start skimming that foam off. Okay, everybody, we're back. And I've got a couple of jars done. I've got my hot jar here, and I'm filling them up with my jam. This is really easy to do. Anybody can make jelly. It's super simple. It is time consuming, and I'm going to tell you, my kitchen is in a mess right now, but it's all worth it. Okay, I've got my paper towel with a little bit of vinegar on here. Make sure everything is nice and clean, because you want your jar to seal. I'm going to get a really good seal. Make sure you just have one of these lids, because I have processed before with 2 lids on there, and it didn't do very well. And make sure it's on finger tight, and there you have it. You see that? It's pretty hot right now. So I'm going to put these over there, and I'm going to keep going, and I'll show you when we get to the water bath canner what we're going to do then. Jam loaded in my Fresh Tech canner, and I'm going to put the lid on it, turn it all the way over to canning right there, and once it comes to a full boil, we are going to process that for 10 minutes. And now I'll have to clean up this kitchen. Who said that canning was easy? Look at the mess that I have here. Yes, I have a lot of dishes to wash, and that's not all. There's all the way over there. So anyway, I'm going to get started, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, everybody, I have got this processed for 10 minutes. I'm going to turn this down, take the lid off, and this is really hot, so please, if you've got one of these, be careful. Let me get a little. We're going to start getting these out. Can y'all see that? This turned out such a pretty color. I just hope it tastes good. I love to hear those lids start popping. To me, that's one of the best things of the whole process, is hearing your lids pop and seal. kind of dark here. I should have got the light over here. I'm going to go ahead and put this lid back on because I'm going to make a batch of muscadine jelly now. I'm going to keep that hot. So let me bring you over here and show you those. You hear that popping? They should start popping good here in just a minute. Turned out good. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, everybody, this is the jelly that I'm making. This is just plain old muscadine jelly. And I've got 4 cups of juice in here, 7 cups of sugar, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and I've got 1 teaspoon of butter to stop the foaming. I boiled it for 1 minute. Now I'm going to add my Cerdo, just like I did with the jam. And I'm going to add 2 of them because, like I said, I do not like runny jelly. I like mine a little thicker. Everybody's different, so if it says just use 1 package, you can just use 1 package if you want to. This is just the way that I like it. My family likes it, so you can adjust accordingly. Okay, now I'm going to let this come back to a full rolling boil. And then I'm going to boil it for 1 minute. And that boil is one that you can't stir down. See how I'm able to stir this one down? So once it starts boiling and I can't stir it down, I'm going to put the timer on for 1 minute. I'm going to stir it the whole time. And once that minute is up, I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to start jarring it up. So we'll be back. Okay, see how I can't stir that down? That's how it's supposed to be boiling. Okay, my timer's about to go off in a few minutes, so after that we're going to start jarring it. Okay, this process is exactly the same as the jam, but I kind of just want to give you an idea. The only difference is, you know, the recipe is a little bit different. So that's it, pretty much it. So I'm going to fill this jar, wipe the rim down, a little bit of vinegar, make sure it's good and clean, get my lid, make sure there's only one, my ring here, and tighten this down finger tight, okay? Hope y'all can see that. And there you have it. That is muscadine jelly. And we're going to keep going until I get all these jars filled up, and we'll be back. Okay, my timer's going off for my jelly. I processed it for 5 minutes. And the jam you have to process for 10 minutes. So, it's just a little bit different, not much. You don't want to burn yourself. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. And I'll tell you what, having this Ball Fresh Tech canner, it really has made it a lot easier to make jelly and jam. So if you're thinking about getting a canner, a water bath canner, I would highly recommend this one. See that? It looks good. I've got most of my dishes washed. I've got a few other things to do, and then I've got to cook supper, so I've got to get this jelly done. And I need to make some blueberry. I made some pear. My neighbor had some pear trees, and I made some pear jam, and I made some blueberry pear, which I've never done, and I thought it turned out really good. So their lids are popping already, so that's great. So far, everything's sealed. Oop, there went another one. Don't you love hearing that? So I'm going to let these cool down, and I'm going to finish doing the dishes and get supper going, and then I'll come back and show you how they look once they cool down a little bit. This is another reason why I like this Fresh Tech canner. You can drain it over the sink. It's got spinach, and I just love that. So, yes, I am enjoying this so much. Hi everybody, we're back. We have finished up the jam and the jelly for today, and Ronnie went out and picked some more muscadines and scuppernongs, as you can see. We've got plenty to make more if we want to. I'm going to have to freeze some of these because some of these I've had for a couple of days, and so they've got to go in the freezer after I get finished with this video. But the muscadines this year seem to be quite a bit stronger and have a stronger muscadine flavor and smell to them. And I think it's because we had so much rain throughout the summer until the very end. But this muscadine jelly has much stronger flavor than last year's muscadine jelly. It's really, really good. So I think we're going to do a taste test, and we're going to see how we like it. I've got some crackers and stuff here. Ronnie, do you want to come in and do a taste test?
Sure. See here. I tell you what, let's do it right. Let's make some toast, and we'll try it with some toast, and I'll get Drew down here too, and we'll get a third of it.
Okay.
We'll go from there. I just pause it for.
Okay, we're going to pause it, and he's going to make some toast, and we're going to do a taste test. So we'll be back. Okay, everybody, we're back, and he's made the toast, and he's got the jelly and the jam on there, and we're going to taste test it. Drew's over in the corner. We're going to let him taste test it too. So how do you want to do this?
Well, let's how's it rated? On 1 to 10, is that right? 1 to 10.
You want to do a rating on it?
Yeah, let's do a rating on it. Let's do like 1 to 10.
Compared to last year?
No, compared to all the jelly we've had in the past.
Okay.
You know, regardless of variety.
Okay.
And then 1 to 10. Okay. So, okay, we'll try it and we'll rate
Okay. Me and Ronnie, we're going to have a half a piece because we're on diets, and Drew's going to get a whole piece. Here you go, Drew.
Thank you.
Okay, you ready, everybody?
Yeah.
Get your toast. Let's try it. That jam is good. I like it. And see, it doesn't run off. That's why I use 2 packages of that Certo, so it stays on the toast and it doesn't run onto your fingers.
Yeah.
It was very good. Okay, we're going to come back after we eat this, and we're going to tell you what we all rated it. So we'll be back. Okay, everybody, we're back, and everybody has their piece of paper with their rating on it. Drew, what do you rate it?
I'm definitely rating mine a 10 out of 10.
Okay, why did you rate it a 10?
Because it's like perfect. It's nice and thick like I like. Like it's sweet but not too sweet. It's just got a little bit of tartness. It's right on.
Good. Thank you, honey. Ronnie?
I gave it a 10 too. I don't know how you could improve it any more than what it is or make it any better. Now you had a blueberry that's also a 10, but it's right there with that. So the only jelly I've ever had that would anywhere compare to it was my mom made some crab apple jelly years ago, and if I remember right, that was probably, I'm not even gonna say, but a long time ago, and it was really good. I'd probably give it a 10 too. But this is probably the best I've ever had right there.
Good. Okay, y'all heard it. I'm giving it a 9.
Hold it.
The reason I'm giving it a 9, there's always room for improvement on everything you
Well,
do.
that's a 10 plus.
I think that we could probably add a little more pulp to it, you know, because I do like a jam, but I think everybody likes it. That's the main thing. So I'm going to include some footage on here of our muscadines and some pictures and things, so y'all can see our muscadines on the vine, what they look like. A lot of people don't know what muscadines are. They are of the grape family. Do they taste like grapes? No. They're shaped like grapes, but they're a lot firmer. The pulp is a lot firmer. There are seeds in them, but they're really, really good. And I wish they had an essential oil muscadine because it smells so good when you make jelly. And just these being back here, this fresh fruit, it smells so good in here. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Go down to the country.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello there. Oh my goodness, you're so cute. Hello. My goodness, look at you. Cutie pie. You're just a little cutie pie. You've been eating our muscadine.